Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra, October 22, 2022. Part of you craves light-hearted, fun connections and projects, but another part seeks something more profound. Mixed messages can result, and they may be given or received. If you're holding on to resentments, they might surface in unexpected ways now. Transits can find you feeling a little worried or uncertain, and it's best to avoid letting it rule your behavior. Instead, aim to take a step back to get perspective. You might be thinking in extremes, undermining your judgment with relationships and money mostly. You can be especially sensitive to imbalances in your social or love life today. It may be that something communicated touches a nerve or sets off your insecurities. It's important to wait out coming to conclusions, reserve judgment, if possible. A bit of detachment can benefit you at times like these. Aim for balance and moderation for best results right now. Slowly back away from this day like it's a bomb about to erupt with fire. Drama will be around every corner, and it could be devastating. As the sun soars through your solar fifth house of true love, romance, and dating, he will receive a death threat from powerhouse Pluto in the sky. This is a red alert to not aggravate others or pursue domination or control. If you do, everyone will be left bleeding and in remorse. If a crisis or conflict rushes to meet you, do your best to protect yourself but run along on your merry way. What is worth your time and energy? There are a few endeavors worth investing in when the Sun in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. But you need to feel confident in your decision to move forward, especially if it is an idea or passion project that you want to bring to fruition. You might feel at odds with what to choose since Mercury in Libra opposes Chiron retrograde in Aries. Following your professional aspirations is challenging, especially if you have experienced pitfalls and shortcomings before. Think about what you can do to feel secure in your pursuits once again. A week that began with the moon in your income sector and the focus on the income side of the financial fence has already seen it shift back to the other side. With no planetary activity in your income sector but Pluto now in direct motion in your financial sector, the focus is shifting back to money matters but with insight into both sides of the financial fence. You need to have a lot of room in which to express your desire for balance in your life. Start by getting rid of the clutter in your life. Clean out your closet, your kitchen cupboards, your bathroom cabinet. Get rid of all the excess baggage you're carrying around. This applies to your mental and physical selves, as well. You need to feel free, whatever that means to you. Focus on letting go of dead weight wherever you find it. You can expect to have highs and lows during the day. You are coming into a period when you will be questioning yourself and you'll have to make some big decisions, notably in your private life. Some problems related to group projects that you have been involved in recently should be coming up as well. A lawsuit may complicate the situation, so be vigilant and prudent, especially if you sign a contract. In addition, a slight contretemps and unexpected situation could arise and add to the trouble that recent events have created. Knowing that by the end of the week they will both be in your work sector and that next week Jupiter will retrograde back in for a rare double-dip visit to your career sector, is making the Sun and Venus even more determined to make the most of their final days in a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart. It is here that Venus catches up with the Sun for the first time this year. This is not only empowering your heart but giving you a clear sense of what you want and how to make it happen. Venus has disappeared from the night sky, having become one with the Sun. With no planetary activity in your relationship sector and all the focus right now on matters of the heart, the Moon's monthly visit to your communication sector is a valuable chance to ensure the communication lines open. With the first planetary activity of the year on the relationship front beginning next month, this is a chance to get out in front. Our eyes in the sky. Today brings a healing vibration to balance yesterday's energetic aspects. Mercury in Libra opposes Centaur Chiron in Aries, and this aspect helps you see the overview of what's going on instead of getting caught in the trenches of the current cosmic alignments. It's a new take on an old story with poetic undertones being brought to the surface via this fixed dynamic. This aspect could cause someone or something to try to throw you off your game. Stay mentally positive and know that the shade being sent your way has nothing to do with who you are. It's all about what you trigger in others in general. Sometimes jealousy comes out in weird ways, and, unfortunately, it can be sparked by someone's inability to see who they are in the mirror. Luckily, the karmic connections require everybody to contend with their own demons. Nobody is getting off easy here, and right now zooming out and looking at the forest instead of the trees is the best strategy of all. The square of both Mercury and Venus in Libra to Pluto in Capricorn adds context to the plan and helps those with business ambitions to ground to their ideas. It's a perfect day to dive into your career pursuits, which is where you can meet your competitors head-on. In the morning, the Libra Sun makes its biannual square to Pluto in Capricorn, prompting power struggles. Although conflict may manifest in the form of a partnership dispute or fight with a coworker, Plutonian transits are always indicative of a struggle occurring at an interior, psychological level. We feel out of control now, as if we are a pawn in a game we have not elected to play. Toxic relationship dynamics are highlighted, causing us to question why we put up with hostile treatment. Ultimately, square aspects create tension to expose problematic behavior, and with the exposure comes a choice. Do we continue to yield our power to these stronger and seemingly relentless forces, or do we remove ourselves from the situation? From the Libra Sun's point of view, we might feel obligated to keep the peace. Anger, even righteous anger, poses a threat to our lifestyle, titles, and position of influence. Yet, this transit asks us how much of our confidence we are willing to sacrifice for appearance's sake. Likely, we've done this to get into another's good graces. Yet, we've wound up wondering whether being held in another's esteem is worth the stress. We shouldn't need to hype ourselves up to impress others. Now we assess the matter at hand with a more measured mindset. We've learned it's possible to be excited about something without sacrificing our integrity to see it through. If this is your day to have fun, don't be surprised if it turns sour thanks to an overwhelming feeling that you should be working, or you should be productive in some way. If you are at work today, your overall productivity will be strong. Following this, the Leo moon squares off with Uranus in Taurus, provoking frustration. This aspect adds fuel to the fire of the Sun-Pluto square. Under the Leo moon, we want to feel special and shiny. We want to be recognized for our contributions. And the fact is, we don't feel special today. We feel like we must submit, rather than stand out, to be rewarded. In response, we decide to rebel. Indeed, this influence may tip the scales, finally pushing us to say, "No more." A thoughtless comment or an emotional outburst could seal our fate by spelling the cathartic end of a toxic relationship.